Welcome back, punks. This is the Punkery Show. We are live from CNRNG and the stage directory. Had some memes going on at the start before the show started. I raised my hand, and that is my fault as usual. Technical difficulties are my thing, but we've been here, and your hosts are Rashawn and Hendrik. Few things before we get into the memes. Obviously, I was told that there's a huge announcement that may break during the course of the show here.
Some before.
Breaking news.
Yes, some NG Sumwe 4 is after the show. It comes out after the show. But there's also another big announcement to be made as we go on.
Really?
Yes, really. Once
Or
I
maybe
get
new admins. Who knows? Who knows?
Well, yeah, we'll see about that. That you can guess anything, I suppose. But once I get the green light, then I'll do that, assuming someone tells me about the green light. But yeah, I saw a video made by my boy Code Shadow in the media section. I forgot what the title was already. Oh, the police montage. So take a look at that in the media section. There is one problem, even though Code Shadow's my boy. The intro is very good, but then the first song in the video, the lyric is, "There's some hoes in this house."
Wow.
And the first clip is of JFTW getting arrested. So I think that's obscenely toxic and unacceptable. And I'll be talking to Code Shadow about his impending possible demotion very soon. We can't have that around here. It's almost as egregious as months ago during one of the last Guess That Fox that we had. JFTW was the player, the Guess That Fog player, and Hendrik here, well, she was already guessed, and then Hendrik here said, "Clue number 4, this player's bitch." And
I didn't say that.
Okay. All right.
No way.
So
no way.
at that point, he had to be consulted, right, for his actions, and he had to go through therapy for about 25 hours, and
That was like one of the roughest time of my life, man.
yes, I can tell. So, shout out to Code Shadow, my boy, first CNR player I ever met. Of course, his video is there. Watch that sheet, and yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Before we get into the memes as well, I just wanna give some tips for any dude, because I found the program. I was going to say it last week, but I didn't find it relevant. But I noticed that a bunch of punks. We're going to have a guy at the end of the show. I'm going to talk about his PC upgrade. I always like to talk about people's PC upgrades at the end of a show when it happens. Going to congratulate them and roast them. But if there's a guy on the server listening right now who has a Ryzen 5000 CPU, I found a program that allows you to get the most efficiency out of your shit. It's called Project HYDRA. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but if you have a Ryzen 5000 CPU and you're interested in this program, then you can shoot me a PM. Basically, you can set up profiles and shit, and what it does is pass through each of your cores and sees the highest frequency it can hit at a given voltage and all that. And if, let's say, you have 5M on, it will do a per CCX overclock, and your temperatures will be absolutely cool.
You're
It's
talking so technical, I don't know it.
Well, like I said, it's only for people with Ryzen 5000 CPUs, so they may understand.
I don't even know what I have. I might have that.
Jesus Christ.
I just don't know it.
You don't. I know what you have, but you don't. You don't. So, if anyone's interested in that, then you can shoot me a PM. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, obviously. Yeah, exactly. Phantom Penis. Yes, it works on the 5600X. Yes. So if you wanna, anyway, I suppose we can continue here. So I've been playing NG a bit more lately. If anyone knows me, I usually have a on and off wanting or desire to play CNR, whether it be this server or back in Crazy Bob's. A lot of times I go months without wanting, without the fire or desire, and then I'll have a few months of having the fire and desire, and I guess the fire and desire is coming back. And
it's normal.
yes, it's very normal. And there's a lot of RDM, not actual RDM, but there's a lot of people just talking RDM on the server. It's like, you know, I don't know if they're 5M players or some shit, but if anyone's listening, which is probably not, because I can't get the rate of the fucking work.
How about VDM?
Yes, Jesus Christ. We gotta stop with all these DMs. See, here's the thing, like, as we already say, DM is already has the connotation of being random. So I don't understand when people put the R in front of it. And it's funny because people say RDM while knowing the reason why people killed them, but they still say RDM. So that's something I don't understand. Logic is not being applied to anything. Yes, RDM.
Well, yesterday
RDM.
I got blamed for VDM.
We're using a Phantom Custom?
No, I wasn't this time.
Not this time. But yeah, all kinds of subsets of DM. We need to simplify this shit. Just make it DM and be done with it, to be quite honest with you. The nights are usually pretty calm. I was streaming the game kind of last night, but there were no reports in like the 2.5 hours I was on, despite not having anything on the chat. So obviously people who play more at American nights would know, but besides people raging in chats and talking snit in chat, which is completely fine, nights are pretty peaceful. So not too sure where the rage comes from. But
From the heart.
From the hearts, yeah, well, they've got to fry their heart or some shit. So even though it took 25 minutes for us to get here, the point line, Cox almighty, ladies and gentlemen. So this is like the third ear rape of the fucking show, man.
I can hear the devil.
Yes. Bro, I'm trying to lower the volume, bro. Jesus Christ. But let's talk about the roadmap, all right? It took 25 minutes to get here, but let's talk about the roadmap. So I was going to spend a very long time talking about the Phantom Custom being removed, but somebody yesterday told me that the Phantom Horror Custom are going to be nerfed, not removed.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
So, but I don't know if that's true or not. So it would be great if somebody could confirm that, because I'm going to name drop him here because it's very important. Tank was like that the Phantom Horror Custom are going to be heavily nerfed and not removed, because all week I've been thinking about how I'm going to trash people for the decision to remove the Phantom Custom and Horror Custom. What? Lies? What the fuck? Alright. So, alright, for the next 20 minutes, we're going to talk about the removal of both trucks, and if they stay on the server, well, you already know. But Hendrik, obviously, as the Trello roadmap was revealed last week, the first thing that caught your eye was the Phantom Horror Custom, getting that ass out of here, correct?
Yeah, I remember.
That's right. What's your reaction now that you've had a week to sleep on it?
Still sad, definitely.
Mhm.
Of course, first denial, then anger, then you try kind of accept it, but then I saw other people also saying that they don't fully agree with that decision.
Mhm.
If it gets removed, I have to be fine with that. But it's still a vehicle I like to use sometimes against a group of, you know,
Individuals, yeah.
yeah, some people, yeah.
Very tough warrants.
But I also like that if they are deciding to, instead of removing it, nerf it a little bit, because I think it should be fine also.
Yeah, I mostly agree with what you said there. Lucas, I got you when you talk about that. I'll have you in. Oh yeah, Bega, yes, I'll get you in a bit later. But here's been the thing. Yeah, because Bega had a thought about it, so I'll let him get in later on. But here's been the thing. So I've had a week to sit on it, but I've got the same thoughts. Ah, son of a bitch, bro. The radio stopped playing music again. Fuck it. You know what? Just fuck it. Anyway, Christ almighty. But I'll say this. I think the decision to remove both trucks is lazy. All if I can say that. Every time that people have been raging, for lack of better term, about the trucks, there has always been time to contemplate ideas of how to change them, especially without removing its trucking viability. And the conclusion that we've come to, apparently, is just to scrap it. Oh, we're not gonna think. We're just gonna remove them. Okay, Kosti says only nerfed. See, can someone confirm to me whether or not they're gonna be removed or nerfed? Because they're gonna be nerfed. Okay, all right. Okay, they're gonna be nerfed. Okay, because I was gonna go in. I was gonna go in because I was gonna talk about how I had a lot of ideas months ago on the ways that you could modify these trucks, and when I saw that roadmap saying they were going to be removed, I thought it was a lazy decision. But if they're going to be nerfed, then I don't have to do that. Now, the problem is that I don't know what the changes are going to be. Now, Tank says lies, even though what he said was correct. But I don't know how they're going to be nerfed. That's the entire thing. And if I don't know, or if we don't know how they're going to be nerfed, then we don't really have a talking point here.
Definitely the vehicle health, at least, I think.
Yeah, I suppose that would make sense. That wouldn't really remove its trucking viability, right? If you removed it, if you took down its max health, right?
True.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I have to go and test shit in order to know what's going on here. I guess we might as well just get Big in here for him to talk about, because he had an idea. He put it somewhere else. I guess he can elaborate on it. Because Hendrik, I was gonna go in if they were gonna remove the Phantom Horror custom, bro. I was gonna say it was a lazy decision. There are many ways to modify it. And all that. But since they're not going to be removed, I don't have to be an asshat. So, what's going on, Big? What's going on, man? You had an idea.
So it would be great to know what they're doing if they're not going to flat out remove the customs, because that's really important too. Because if they're keeping the trucks, they have to be you either have to increase the time it takes to get them to 60 miles per hour, or you have to decrease their health. And I don't think the health is going to do anything, because if it's a fast truck, it's still not going to make a difference.
I suppose.
But it might go down more quickly, so it's making a difference.
The thing is, if they like, I don't care if they remove the vehicle itself. Like, I don't care if they remove the customs. But if they do that, they have to compensate the original ones because they are quite honestly shit. Like the Phantom and the Hauler, they're about the same speed as a Pounder, which has a trailer attached to it.
Mhm.
So if they remove the customs, they have to balance out the previous ones just a little bit.
I mean, I was thinking if they removed it, then they could just increase the trucking.
Because the problem
Yeah.
with the trucks isn't like how strong they are. They still are durable, but they are excruciatingly slow.
Yeah, that's
But
part of the
mostly in
problem.
comparison to being spoiled by a Hauler and Phantom Custom, which like they hit up to 60 miles per hour in like 4.5 seconds versus probably like double that for the rest of them.
That does make sense. Hold on here. Ganja Monster said, only thing can do to nerf it is health and acceleration of the truck. Top speed, maybe add snittier brakes. Well, I mean, I've always been against changing accelerations of vehicles. I mean, in this case, I suppose it would make sense for these trucks. And the Phantom Custom already has snit brakes, so I don't know about that. But
honestly, I just want to look forward to how they nerf them.
that's the entire thing, and that's very important because once they get nerfed, I'm not too sure if they're gonna get edited again. I mean, I had several ideas about it. I had this in the Rate My Chase back in September. I'm gonna put the screenshot in the thread right here. Some of these I think are decent ideas, like gotta be completely stationary while fixing the gas station, or make them only fixable with vehicle repair kits, so that if cops are chasing, you cannot go to a gas station to fix them again, and this would not compromise its whatchamacallit, trucking capabilities.
Yes, I agree that you shouldn't touch acceleration. You shouldn't touch like that department of vehicles.
I got you, Killer
I'm actually against the idea of them removing it and tweaking the other ones because that just gives you more work.
Yeah, exactly. I think the other trucks should just stay as they are.
If anything,
yeah.
I do agree with a slight health decrease, but you could just make like script changes instead of vehicle changes.
I think the max health decrease is completely fine. I don't think that compromises, because I think the number one thing that people should be focusing on is the trucking viability of these trucks.
Yeah.
And lowering its max health does not lower the viability of the trucks at all. If you crash too much while doing the trucking delivery, then that's on your own fault. But yeah, some way. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think it's too much to prohibit armored tires for those two trucks?
Shit. Wait, you can buy armored tires for both, can you?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Okay, well, that should be disabled. That's for damn sure. That should 100% be disabled. If you have a Phantom Custom, you go into the garage point. The armored tires should be blurred out. Hell no.
The weakness of those trucks should be the tires, and if you reinforce that, it becomes a problem.
Exactly. So that should be that is a thing I never thought about. That is definitely a thing that's should be a thing. If you have a Phantom Hauler Custom, no armored tires. Hell no. Because if you shoot a fucking tire of one of those two, and the driver spins out, and they crash into a wall, they lose a lot of health. So, the crash resistance of both trucks, especially the Phantom Custom, is very bad. So if you can shoot a tire and they crash into a tree on the streets, they will lose a lot of health. So that should be written down somewhere. No more armored tires for the customs. 100%. In fact, that would fix a lot of the snits, to be quite honest with you. Plus, as if you truck, you don't need armored tires anyway. So, 100%. Excellent idea right there. 100%. See, what? Let me see here.
Do you mean like only that would be the change, or also that and change with the vehicle health?
The vehicle health will not impact it.
Like, I wouldn't do too many things at at once.
There's not much of a difference by decreasing.
We're talking about my baby boy here, I like to use that shit a lot sometimes.
I'll say this again. There's not much of a difference between 900.
Yeah.
Health.
Yeah. No, there's not.
I think that's
also.
fine.
Meanwhile, we are on this topic.
Yes.
We wouldn't be talking like this if we didn't have the roadmap. If we didn't have it, we wouldn't know what's coming up, and maybe there wouldn't be the discussion about it, and maybe things wouldn't be changed before they were made. So I think it's a nice idea to have the roadmap.
100%. Just so we know.
That's what development's for, though. So.
Yes.
But yeah. At least knowing it's gonna get nerfed is something good, because if it was gonna get removed, then we'd have a very huge problem. So, but I would like the devs, wherever the fuck, to be open to making adjustments to it even after the change. People make changes and they don't want to go back on it and all that. But I don't. This is something that I think you can make adjustments to as needed, obviously. So that's what it'd be. I didn't want to get off the Phantom Horror custom topic so quickly, but something else on the roadmap is about prostitutes and the prostitute skill rework. And Lucas wanted to have a word on the prostitute skill rework. I wonder what he has to say about that.
Is this thing working?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's one thing I want to talk about. If you look at the prostitute rework, it does state the fact that animations will be added, right? Correct. Am I right?
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me, which one of y'all were down bad so badly that y'all want to have the animations in game? Like, come on. Seriously,
have them, man.
come on.
You gotta have it.
Let's add the
Yeah.
animations. Yeah, no. Why? We didn't have animations in SAMP.
Yeah.
Like, you got people that stream this stuff too.
Look,
Like,
as long as the animations last like 2 seconds, that's okay. If they last like 9 seconds, that's not okay.
It's gonna be a 10-minute thing, man. I could enjoy the whole show.
Oh boy.
yeah, Assassin just said we had stripping animation. I mean, stripping animation, that's all right, but the interaction, like the whole animation, no. Why?
You have to make the skill, flattering that people want to use it. What? Why else would you have a games like soon in-game weddings?
I mean, for prostitution, it can be as long as it wants to. That's fine. But like flip off animations shouldn't be like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's funny, but it's immersive.
Oh,
but
I just think it's funny as shit, personally.
It's
Yeah.
priority one.
I guess the shock factor is just it's I don't know. You've got
it's more of a fact. It's more of a we come from SAMP factor.
I guess
We're not used to the animations.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just the thought of let's say there's a dude and then another dude who's a prostitute, and then they get in the same car and they have the sex animations. It's just feels a bit odd.
That's haram.
It's haram. It's definitely haram.
All of this is coming from a community of people who used to abuse to cancel animations. Would never let them play.
Yeah, I guess the sexual dynamic is just what gets people. I think that makes it not a potato type or an apples to oranges, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say, situation. But yeah, it's very memeable. So, Lucas, I'm sure you'll look forward to the Prostitute skill rework, obviously.
I do not. Too many people are down bad, my guy.
Help. Help. We'll fucking see. Let's see. The other ones I didn't look at prior, so I'm going to bounce about. Expanding the countryside. So finally, there are plans to have a city hall at the police department. Oh, okay. So it'll double as a PD in a city hall, huh?
If you're gonna sell like weapons, instead of saying selling weapons at the city hall, you have to be specific at which city hall you're selling them.
100%. Well, you could say at the Paleto PD, I suppose.
That works
be
too.
Unambiguous. See, just some missions to be completed entirely in the countryside, I guess, to add more player density in the countryside. Blaine County. And some Blaine County exclusive missions, like moonshine production, so that the cops are a bit more spread out, I suppose. Good idea, Hendrik?
About this?
Yeah, go ahead, Lucas.
I think it's a brilliant idea that the fact that they're actually adding more stuff to the countryside when literally all you can do up there is what? Rob the bank, rob the clothing store. You have to drive what? 6-7 minutes to go to the city hall all the way from Paleto Bay. Yeah. It's a good thing we're actually adding a city hall up there.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Hendrik, you seem like a desert boy, a country boy. You like this idea?
I am like I like to go there, and mostly for at this time the reasons why I go there is some drug planting, you know. That's the thing that drives me there at the moment. But also sometimes people who are robbing the bank, but it's so far away. You don't hang out at that place.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Or the gold rush that drives me crazy when you can't find it, and I like to think sometimes it's bugged, so it's even more annoying.
Yeah. Still, it's a good thing that it's getting a bit more love, obviously. One thing I forgot to say about the truck memery, and I guess this is now irrelevant now that they're not going to get nerfed, that they're not going to get removed, but it seems that every video and every argument that I've seen about removal for these trucks, when people post a video, like Lucas posted a video about a week ago about these trucks, none of these arguments convince me about removing them. Because number one, your video, Lucas, of Jake Birdow fucking you with the truck. I don't know if that was the first ram, because you started recording and then he rammed you like 15 seconds later. I don't know if that was the first ram of the... Not your video. What? No, fucking hell.
Yeah, it's not my video.
Whose video is it?
It was some dude from the complaint section that I seen, because these kids always, use the truck when there's literally no admins online. Because I always play in like the late hours. All they just do is literally get in a hauler and just ram innocent players.
Well, okay, well, I pinned you with that. But a lot of these seem to me like isolated incidents. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, Jake Birdow's a moron. And whoever his friend is a moron, right? You can deal with him. Of course, Hendrik, Movie Maker, one time was like, Hendrik is the only guy that chases me with a Phantom Custom. Very interesting guy. But that's an isolated incident. Like, all these are isolated incidents. Like, none of these convinced me at all as to, people that have arguments as to why the truck should be removed. Like when Once a Bus used to play, he
Yeah.
used to all the time. I mean, it's
He's
basically
the
the
only
same people.
guy. It's the only guy I've seen using it quite a lot, but I like to think I play pretty much,
Mhm.
and I don't see the truck being used that much. But maybe I'm just not around when it happens or something. I don't know.
Exactly. See, just because one big problem or something perceived as a big problem happens, and it happens once or it happens every so often, doesn't mean it needs to be acted upon. Jake Birdo could definitely, obviously be dealt with. You know, when Hendrick's not on the fucking server, no cop uses a Phantom Custom. When Once a Bus is not on the server, most people don't use a fucking Phantom Custom. So nobody really gives a shit. Nobody should give a shit, honestly. So that was the last one.
Yeah, I changed my opinion on the custom vehicles after
can't.
seeing it more in game.
Yeah.
Like I'm
And
learning more towards what Vega said earlier.
yeah, when I look at videos of people standing still on the streets, just waiting, they're saying, my car is ready, my body is ready to get rammed by this truck. I don't have any sympathy. You know what I mean? You're not even making an effort to get away from these damn trucks. You know what I mean? That's what it'd be. You know, months ago, when I would play cop and I'd see people in Phantom Customs, I would wish and hope that one be on the street so that I can just see how I can do against it. And if you really concentrate and if you have a brain on your head, if it's a one-on-one situation, it's not that difficult to deal with.
I'd rather be
It's-
faced by a Phantom Custom than a T20.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that difficult. If you have a brain on your head, like, it's not tough. So that's what it'd be when it comes to that. It's another roadmap thingy here. Paramedic skill rework. Obviously, controversy of people not liking that paramedics can arrest and all that. I feel that. Descriptions here. Still considered peace officer. Peace officer. But no arrest warrants.
What are they smoking?
It's probably some alcohol, man.
Yeah.
Attacking a paramedic will still be a felony. And fire and rescue calls, fire missions and rescue calls are exclusive for paramedics.
Peace. Yeah. Spreading the message of peace.
Peace. Peach! What do you think about that, Hendrik? You like that idea? No more arrest for the paramedics?
I don't really like the name, maybe, but the idea of making paramedics not able to arrest anymore, I'm fine with that. I think it makes more sense, and it seems like sometimes you say that the truth comes from the children, and in our case, the truth sometimes comes from the new players. So I've seen new people sometimes saying that they were confused that paramedics can arrest them. So I guess it's I guess it's fine.
I don't have a problem with them complaining about that. I had an idea, I don't know if it's too much to code, but I've always had the idea that a paramedic can only arrest if there is a cop in range. If you're a solo paramedic, then you shouldn't be able to arrest, because, they can self-heal and all this other bullshit.
As always, I think it would be still a good idea to... Well, I would like to hear an opinion from some hardcore try-hard paramedic.
Where's B-Bird?
Or Dusty Flop,
Yeah.
Try hard paramedic.
You think it would be possible or not complicated to do the opposite for medics, where if they get shot, they have like a time window for actually being able to arrest, but they can't otherwise? The arrest if they're being shot at.
Oh, if they're being shot at?
Yes.
Oh.
Like the opposite of cops and warrants, where
You mean like if I'm riding with a paramedic, he's not doing much, but maybe reviving the people who die in the chases, but then if he gets shot, he could be able to arrest.
Yes.
Well, more like
But
if the paramedic is by himself, and
if the paramedic is
yeah.
being endangered, he can't arrest. But like, I'm not confident that can be done in a way that's not totally complicated.
Yeah, he's saying if the paramedic is alone, right, and they're doing cop work for whatever reason, if they get shot at, then they can arrest it. If they're not shot at, they can't.
That's the only situation that
if there's like a hit on them and there's a hitman trying to kill him and he becomes a felon, orange player, you know, I guess it could make sense in situations like that, because otherwise, what else could the paramedic do?
Yeah, they have no choice but to kill him.
Yeah.
That's what it'd be.
Something to think of.
Yeah, something to think of. Let's see. Bus driver mission. When are we gonna get bot buses?
Somebody has to code the route.
Yeah, see, that'd be perfect, because there were times back in the old crazy bombs where chases would be obstructed by bot buses. That'd be pretty good. You know. One thing missing from this thing is increasing traffic. Can anyone tell me when is that going to be added to the thing? Because I control F the word traffic, and there's no matches. So can someone tell me when that's going to be added? Put traffic back on, please.
Yes.
They're adding the traffic one car by at a time, you know.
Well,
one by one. It's gonna take a while.
I don't think that's even possible.
Yeah, probably not.
Because like the more players are on, the less traffic there is.
Is that how it works? I don't think that's how it works.
Or the more players are on, I think the more stuff gets despawned.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I remember there are a lot of bugs with the traffic, like cars coming out of nowhere and shit. Ganja Monster said you need to make a server-sided script to control it. The traffic? Ah, shit! If that was possible, yeah, that'd be a good idea. Like, I mean, I think there should be some shit where traffic should fluctuate. Honestly, like, yeah, just even if there was no rhyme or reason to it, like traffic should just fluctuate, or depending on the game day or some shit. I mean, it already kind of does, but it should be more amplified, honestly. So it'd be. Let's see. Vehicle insurance. This may be a big Reeee right here. Players would use vehicle insurance to insure their vehicles. Insured vehicles may be respawned on insurance lots around the map. Like, somewhere in Los Santos, there's an impound, there's a lot in the police station, right? Sandy Shores, Toledo Bay, etc. Hold on. Ganja Monster said some more snit. Some people run traffic density low to save FPS. Some run it super high. That's why it needs to be controlled server side. I think it is controlled server side. If somebody can confirm. I don't think your setting matters, like in the graphic setting. I mean, I've always been the proponents of if you have a shitty PC, then tough nuts.
Stuff like that is definitely server-sided or 5M controlled.
It should already be server-sided. So, what do y'all think about this? Okay, Ganja Master says not, but I'm pretty sure it is. What do y'all think about this vehicle insurance, isn't it?
Can you explain it? Do you know what it actually means?
See, there it is. Let's see what it is. Hendrik is Stugas not listening to the show. I said, players would use vehicle insurance to insure their vehicles. Insured vehicles may be respawned on insurance lots around the map, like places in LS, Sandy Shores, Toledo Bay. Yeah. Economy-related logic implementation. So I guess the price would depend on the market or some shit. But
it depends how well you control that to prevent abuse.
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of always been against the recouping of vehicles. But
You'll have to consider that for hit contracts, self-defense, stuff like that.
I mean, my question is like, how many vehicles can you insure at once? Is there a time limit, like a cooldown?
You gotta ask yourself, can it be abused? And if so,
Yeah.
there you go.
Because I don't think it should be like GTA Online, where it's, you know, your car blows up, maybe the first time, right? Your car blows up, your insured car blows up, you call Moore's Mutual and bing, it's back. You go to the lot and get it. But if it blows up again within 2 minutes, I just don't think it should be an on-demand thing.
Not forever, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, there's to be some...
It could be also something that other players can sell, like, you know, I don't know.
That's what it'd be. I don't like the idea, but we will then see how it goes with the vehicle insurances. Let's see, probably one more we'll talk about, and then we'll go to Reeee. Let's see. Alright, so the gunrunner skill rework is still in progress, so you know about that. What about one of these that are already finished? Custom female-male skins. I think you missed the gender there. Increased checking payouts. I don't know if they'll still have that.
That doesn't even need to be a thing.
Well, not anymore, I guess. Let's see. Assault on a cop is now a felony. I thought it was already a felony. Wasn't it already? I don't know.
Good question.
After some time. So it's like faster now. I'm sure some will complain about that. Don't have a lot of stuff to talk about that. Faster refresh of the speedometer. Where's the odometer guy? That's what we need. Where's the fucking odometer? I've been waiting for months where the odometer is. Ganja Master said, could make it like life insurance that you get one per accident. So if it blows, you don't get insurance again, then it's your fault. Oh, so okay, so one vehicle insurance, one instance of vehicle insurance per car. Okay, it's not a bad idea. Like that. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so well, I guess we'll expand on that next week. We'll do more of these next week. I've already wasted 15 minutes trying to get this show to work anyway. Let's go to Reeee, though. Get this shit going. I've got... Wait, is it ready for Reeee? Hold on.
I don't know if I'm ready. I have to focus.
Oh, yes, I am ready. I am ready, yes. Body is ready to get destroyed by the Phantom Custom. Alright, agree or Reeee. I guess we have 4 people here, so I might as well do it. Agree or Reeee, Hendrik. This one is from Vileblood from yesterday. Ammo, my boy. Ammo should not be lost during sieges. Agree or Reeee?
Reeee.
Reeee?
Effing normies Reeee.
What do you say about that? Or why? Why do you say Reeee?
I don't know. I guess it's still hard sometimes to divide other in-game activities, even when you are in the seats, you know, if you had a hit on you, how that goes. If you get killed, I think it needs some changing. I like to think people have enough of ammo for it. Like, I don't... Well, I don't know, that's just my... Yeah. Of course, I see the point why people wouldn't like to waste it.
Yeah, I mean... See, the problem is here is that you've got to be prepared, man. Like you have your ammo, buy your ammo, right? There are some people, not a lot, obviously, but there are some people that make a fortune through sieges, especially if you're a cop. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you kill waves of terrorists, you get that cash upon cash upon cash, right? So you're telling me that there's a possibility that you can spend ammo not spend ammo, right? You use it for free, and you get cash on top of that. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I'm gonna say Reeee as well.
Effing normies Reeee.
Let's see, I'm getting PMs from Anki. I'm not too sure. Is she listening?
Really?
How is she even listening? I don't even know. Something about no way to fix crybabies. Ooh, I didn't know they can arrest. Well, you got arrested. Now you know. No way to fix... There's no way to fix medic. Insta-heal for medic is kind of OP. Especially when they use it during firefights. But then again, the criminal uses TD50. So, I don't know. Maybe trying to find arguments to keep medic out. See about that. What did the Ganja Monster say here? Vehicle density multipliers. That's too technical for me. Bega and Lucas, you still here? What do you think about that idea? Ammo should not be lost during sieges. Agree or Reeee?
I say Reeee for the cop side. However,
Yeah.
agree for the the civilians to have infinite ammo.
Okay, I see.
Because you earn a lot more as a cop compared to a normal civilian. Civilians like what, 1,000 per kill?
I say agree because people don't lose anything when they die. So why should they lose ammo? It's
Yeah, I guess
it's supposed to be a
it could
fun
be
event.
could be also annoying to run out of ammo in the middle of it, and then I'm gonna run to ammunition and then come back. I doubt.
Yeah. That's not being proactive at all.
While I do say agree, it's not like a heavy agree because like once the weapons once they get redone, like ammo should not be a thing. A word, something to worry about.
Oh, yeah? Let's see about that. Shout out to Phantom Penis, just won a $1.3 million lotto.
Because right now guns are like 25K. Ammo is pricey, but until then, it's not a big word.
Yeah, I guess we'll see when it gets changed here. Tank, you had something to say? Did you want to get part of this Reeee?
Well, no, I missed the half of it because I went to check on my nephew right now.
Oh, I thought you had a very tough opinion about ammo being lost during sieges.
You know what? No, you should not be losing ammo. In sieges, no.
I don't see it, to be honest with you. Let's get to the next one here. This one's gonna be interesting. Agree or Reeee, Hendrik? This one's a long one, so make sure you have your brain open.
Okay, I'll try.
Cops should be able to buy APBs on warrants, like slash hits, which will flag to cops that they're eligible to be kill first warrants. Their wanted level is locked to 10 while they have an APB out on them by Mutate Me. Agree or Reeee, Hendrik?
Can you explain my closed brain? What is APB?
Okay, so if a cop puts an APB out on a warrant, right?
What the hell is that?
Let him
Son of a bitch, man. Let's just say it makes them a very special person that needs to be
taken
found.
down?
Yeah, taken down. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't APB actually a game on Steam?
Yeah.
ABP, I mean.
ABP. Yes. So yes, they're basically marked for takedown, and they are marked for takedown until they get taken down, and their wanted level is locked to 10. So it's almost like a hit contract.
Meaning that even if you go other side of the map, it wouldn't go down?
Yes.
Or what?
Yes, exactly.
Well. It's always hard when you have only like 5.5 seconds to think with a slow brain, but I can see the sense. Like if you kill many cops, might be a little weird that when you go away, it just goes away also.
Not listening.
Go on, Dank.
No, what was your answer, Henry?
I'm still thinking. Give me time.
Okay. Tank, go ahead.
No, let Henry finish.
He's still thinking. His brain
All
is
right.
still processing.
So let
I'm
me
just
get
gonna.
this straight.
Okay, I'm gonna agree. Let's
Whatever.
go with that.
Agree.
No. Okay. So from what I'm reading it, right? He mentioned saying angry player from such group, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So my guess is that he's just fucking butt mad about something that's not working for him. So why would it put an AVP on a person? I mean, are you that fucking dumb that you can't even know how to play a simple game? I mean, that's why we got hits. So if the player places a hit on you, place it back. I mean, you don't need all these special things just because a group made you mad. I mean, grow up. It's a fucking game. Just place a hit back if they place a hit on you,
Yeah.
or they kill you. I mean, no reason to APB because of this group made me mad. I mean, fuck.
I'm
dude, I mean,
gonna switch Reeee, but not because of what Tank said.
Effing normies Reeee.
So
I
guessing
disagree
Tank
with
says
it.
Reed too.
yeah.
I'd say it's a read too.
Oh,
Because
you say
I
Reed
was.
too?
I'd say it's a read too. You know why?
Why?
Yeah.
There's a reason why we have a cop chat and a backup command.
Thank you.
There's literally a reason why we have those things. If you can't kill someone and you have to put a quote unquote APB, just to be like, hey, type in /CM. I need a group. Help me take out this dude.
Slash BK.
VC.
Easy.
VC slash BK slash VC. I mean, come on.
You got a thought on that, Bigger?
Okay, so the APB, it makes them most wanted, but does that allow them to die? To be
Well,
taken down?
Once they die, they lose the APB. Yeah. Or,
Basically, it's cop DM, like legal cop DM.
Yeah,
so
it's legal,
basically it's a cop hit. I know what it is, but it's a good concept, but it's gonna be abused by these players, so no.
Thank you.
Effing normies
All it takes is
Reeee.
LSM or 123 to do it, or any other group to misuse it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I realized that if you have the thing and it doesn't even go away no matter what, I don't know. I don't think it works really. What are you gonna do with then?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Also, it'll be another thing for admins to look into, because it's essentially going to be a hit contract.
A cop advanced hit contract.
Yeah, it'll be another thing for admins to see if it's legit or not, so I don't think you want that.
Well, the thing that turned me off to this idea was he said, I think cops are at a disadvantage when it comes to revenge killing.
That's a whole...
Cops don't need to revenge kill. Here's the thing. If a warrant has fucked you... So yeah, if a warrant has fucked you and you're a cop, if you want revenge that badly, turn civilian. Cops' priority should not be revenge killing. Now, if a warrant has killed you, and you're gonna go after the warrant again, obviously you gotta prioritize the arrest, but if push comes to shove, you know that there's a chance that they may die anyway. So when it comes to the thought of revenge killing for cops, this is a meme. This is a meme notion, like that shouldn't be a thing. So that's what turned me off to the suggestion. Cops should not have revenge killing as a priority in their head. Their priority should be to arrest the goddamn suspect. Now, if they're dangerous, then sure, they may die anyway. But this doesn't make any sense to me. And if you want revenge that badly, then turn civilian. So this is a big re for me.
He's
Effing normies Reeee.
typing on the chat, on the Punkery chat.
Is
He
he?
just doesn't want to join because he doesn't want to hear 1, 2, 3 members.
Yes.
okay.
And also, having or referencing groups in a suggestion, I mean, that just, I don't think that helps the case either. This goes back to what we were talking about a few weeks ago about conveying suggestions the right way. And a lot of people make suggestions because it happened to them in game today. and it's like, ah, shit, this happened to me, this is ridiculous, I'm gonna make a suggestion about it. When you can kind of figure out the origin of where your suggestion comes from, then that's not a good thing. So, angry 123 members, or if 123 member puts, I mean, they wouldn't do this, obviously, but if a 123 member put a suggestion saying, angry LSM member, then that would automatically kind of disconnect me mentally from the suggestion. So, that's not, that's what it'd be.
Hey, don't worry, Rashawn. I'll be doing that right now.
Oh my god, don't be stupid.
No. No. That's a big help. I don't even know what he's talking about. Next degree of Reeee, Hendrik. If you gather 3 kilograms of drugs, you can trigger a smuggling mission to smuggle it into an area such as the Bolingbroke Penitentiary for a huge reward. Like 400k, 500k. So basically, it kind of sounds a bit like if you play GT Online, which you haven't, which I don't know I'm saying this, but you did your resupply and all that, you gather up the drugs, and you trigger a mission to offload your drugs to a certain part of the map. And if you do, then you get a huge cash reward. Agree or Reeee?
Agree.
That was quick.
It's not really my field. You know what I play, but I don't know. You can judge now.
Wait, repeat the question. Answer.
If you gather suggestion, yeah, if you gather, for example, 3 kilograms of drugs, you can trigger a smuggling mission to smuggle it into a certain area, such as the Bolingbroke Penitentiary. And once you get there, you get a huge reward, like 400k, 500k, etc. Agree or Reeee? It's almost like the offload, like resupply mission, like you.
Agree.
Agree.
I think it's a good idea.
I was right. Yeah.
Ganja Master said, "Great idea to push it to the Blaine County side." Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Well, what about if the cop picks it up though?
If a cop arrests a guy or takes him down, then they lose the drugs out, suppose, right?
Yeah, but then that means that we should get a payout too for that.
Oh.
Just to balance it out, you have to balance it out for both.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, if you bust a drug smuggling mission, then you get a big bonus. Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, I don't know about that. But yeah, this is a great idea. I think one thing that should be considered is that it should be similar to something in GT Online where the more players on the server, or in this case, the more cops on the server, you get more money for your offloading. So this is an excellent idea by Raven Artcraft. Excellent idea by him. So somebody, if you're a dev, write that down. This is an excellent idea. And last degree, Reeee, Hendrik, if a warrant is actively shooting police during a standoff, change the arrest immunity to apply to all cops, not just the ones they've hit. So, for example, if, let's say, I'm a warrant, I shoot you and I get the immunity thing, a different cop can just fly by, jump out of his car, and arrest me because I never shot at him. So, in this case, if a warrant hits any cop, then they get full arrest immunity for those 2 seconds, not just from the cop that they shot. Agree or Reeee?
Agree, but I would like to, somehow it would be nice to indicate when it's going on. I think it might be confusing for a lot of people. I think it would be better if it was explained somehow to them that, okay, right now you can't arrest the guy, or I don't know.
Yeah, if there's an indication, yeah, that would be pretty good. I suppose.
I think that would be kind of hard.
That's the thing, yeah.
People can't read.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Look.
Huge text above the guy.
unarrestable.
It would be like a large text, a large thing, a notification on the UI when it only lasts for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Still, people can't
agree.
read.
Even if I think that's kind of, I do think about the warrant, but still agree.
Still agree. Tank, what do you say about that?
I mean, depending if the person's alone, okay, yeah. But when they're in groups, I've been seeing this shit, and I mean, they always say, "Oh, we're in the same gang, so we are supposed to protect each other." I'm like, where doesn't the rules state that you have to protect each other? Because I was chasing a warrant a few days ago. His passenger was not wanted. If I'm correct, if you get into the wanted car, you also get some kind of a punishment, like you get level 6. I'm correct. This guy was not wanted, just the driver. So I went after him, and all his friends decided to kill me. And I'm like, huh? You were not even inside the vehicle with him, the guy that killed me. He was on top of a stupid trailer. So he's like, oh, we were in the same car as in the group, so it's the same thing. I'm like, okay. So that for right there, meaning like if it's only for one person or for the whole group, because it's gonna cause a lot of DM right there.
That's actually a very good point.
So I mean,
point.
I think it should be proximity based, but that depends. So
You mean you only get the immunity like if you get shot within a certain range or something?
if you're close to the cop, that gets shot at,
Yeah.
you should get immunity for 2 seconds, but not like how. See, the thing is, how are they going to do that?
I don't know.
That has to be proximity based because
you get complicated very quickly with this.
yeah, because say I'm fucking in mission row and you get shot right in front of the PD. I get there, I get the chance to arrest them while you still suffer, or something like that, right?
My brain has lost it by now.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, like the proximity. That's why I'm like in the middle right there, because how are you gonna make it work? I'm like, how are you gonna range it?
I don't agree. I don't agree. If they're going to make it like group based, that's not going to be a great idea.
No.
Yeah, that would be a problem. Yeah, 'cause imagine 4 warrants like on the streets, and they all shoot a cop, and I don't know. It'll be difficult because sometimes you got to chip away at the big group and arrest 1 or 2, then you've got it. But it is a bit difficult. I was gonna say agree, but now y'all have good points. Ganja Monster said people can't read, let alone the new players won't know. They'll shoot at that person anyway. Yeah, I mean it's tough. I was gonna say agree initially. If it's just 1 warrant, yeah, then it would make sense. But if it's like a crew, then it'll be pretty difficult to justify it. I'll say agree for now, but gotta look into it a bit more. So that's what it'd be. But that is agree. I've got one last segment here, and
What is it about?
We can talk about new summary.
Yeah, no, for real. Actually, you know what? You should talk about how 2 people got promoted for the media.
Oh lord. Oh yes, Primitive and Mutate Me. Yes, they were selected to be part of the media team and all that.
Congrats,
so,
congrats,
congratulations
man.
to
Respect.
those 2. Respect. Mutate Me continue doing those shorts, and Primitive keep on having the ultra wide. So congratulations.
Even when he just the same day before called me pussy in the game. But
oh, and,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, keep censoring our names out there too in your videos.
Oh yes, the LSM meets what the fuck, what was it? The LSM the meets
Gathering, yeah.
Gathering, yes. Oh, okay. I'm being told that I cannot that there's no breaking news. So I've cucked everybody.
Oh, you blue-balled me.
Breaking news, there's no breaking news.
It was summary.
Breaking news.
Except that summary, NG Summary 4 for Hendrik is coming out after the show. But yeah, Mutate Me, he blurred out Dusty Flop and somebody else's name in the LSM gathering video. And, you know, he's
Yeah.
Premiere Pro, but that takes a bit of effort to do, to censor a moving object. So, yeah. Because I remember when Phantom Penis, during the first LSM car meet, or the first Los Santos Finest car meet, I had to censor his deek because he was naked. And
I remember that.
yeah, it took a pretty long time to censor his deek the entire video.
It's a huge thing, man.
Or that segment, yeah. Not gonna go off of that, but
Yeah. I want to say this. We never say it enough to them. Ducati, Dusty Flap, thank you for all your hard work for the server. Also, I mean, I know you guys bust your ass, and yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, that's right. Shout out to the CC's Ducati, Dusty Flop, Callion as well. I'll tell you, man, it's got to be tough for Dusty Flop, man, because he's part of the 5M modding crew for so long, but has to deal with having a 750 Ti, man.
It's gonna be also hard for Ducati making a city hall in Palito Bay from scratch.
I mean, we'll see about that. As far as I see from the Trello, then the PD is going to double as a city hall, but we'll fucking see. But like I said, it must be tough for Dusty Flop having that 750 Ti, making all these mods, but
Come
still
on.
on the markup. That's what it'd be. Last thing, I wanted to shout out Vlaj. Every time that somebody on the server has a PC upgrade, we gotta shout them out, obviously. And we'll congratulate them, but also roast them. Yeah, I mean, I remember, again, like I always say, when Navarro got that upgrade, and he ended up having the best PC on the server, known PC on the server, I snit on him because he had a 1080p monitor with all that. So no one's safe. QNVN, I'm still kind of question marked in my head that he got a 11900K when Intel 12th Gen was out. That's a bit head scratching to me. I would love to know what his reasoning was for that. But Vlaj, he upgraded his PC. Depends how much I paid. That's very important. It's very important how much you paid for it. But Vlaj upgraded his PC. He showed the Specky on the forearm. I assume he got a Ryzen 5 2600, which is what Hendrik's CPU is. It's funny how I know his CPU, but Hendrik
How the
doesn't know
hell
what
did
he
you know
has.
that shit?
I remember. I have good memory for useless shit.
All right.
Imagine, I know Hendrik's computer better than he does, apparently. Imagine. But he got that, and only problem I have is that he bought a 1050 Ti in 2022. That's a big problem. 1050 Ti in 2022 is a bit of a question mark. I've always said 1060 minimum, but
Congrats.
you know, congrats. Still, yeah, congrats.
Stop
And,
shooting on the guy.
well, hold on, no. As QNVN said, Vlaj bought a 144 hertz monitor, so make sure that the 144 hertz monitor, setting is turned on, even though you're not gonna get 144 hertz on a 1050 Ti. So drop it down to Marco either way for Vlaj. So that's what it'd be. See, I understand C-Tank is showing my toxicity when it comes to talking about people's upgrades, but like I said, if you're gonna spend a wad of cash on something, it is very important to research what the fuck you're doing, because you're gonna have it for a very long time. That's what it'd be.
All right.
So,
Peace out, guys.
okay, C-Tank, yes. Back to
Bye, man.
but shout out to Vlaj, obviously. So that's gonna been do it, I suppose. Maybe the breaking news announcement will be next week, whatever the fuck it is. Next week we'll talk, or I'll have more opinions about the roadmap and all that, some more bullet points on that. Until then, I'm sure Lucas can enjoy his anticipation for the Prostitute skill animations.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Also, one thing too,
Mhm.
Ducati, make custom easy models.
Well,
Lucas, how's your event coming up?
What?
oh,
Your event.
Oh, my event? I'm
Yeah.
still figuring out like the route, but I'm probably gonna scrap it and just have it like a race.
You get the
Okay.
paper and pencil, taking
No,
notes, plans.
I'm doing it through Paint, like doing a little marker tool and just like finding it until, and then I'll Photoshop it and make it 10 times better. But so far, it's still in a rough draft.
Paint. That-
Yeah, Paint.
Paint
So what?
3D.
No, standard Paint better.
But yeah, that'll been do it for the Punkery Show. That'll be dead. And we'll see you hopefully next Saturday. But if I get told about the breaking news, then it could be next Sunday. Who knows? Just stay tuned for the week to know when the show is going to be up. So that'll been do it. So for
before.
So yes, tune in to Summy 4. Hendrik will post it in the media channel upon ending of the show, so make sure y'all go to that as well. So that'll been do it for the Punkery Show here for Hendrik, Bega, Lucas, Tank who came up, and also Ganja Monster for helping me a bit going through this show, and also Anka PM me out of nowhere. Not too sure if she's listening or not, so I don't know how she would, but shout out to all those cocksuckers. And we'll see you next time on the Punkery Show.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.